Leos. This is the Ivy League Astrologer with the August 2015 reading for Vedic Leos. I am not at home. You will see there is none of my usual wallpaper behind me. I'm on vacation and I meant to do my monthlies before I left, but it did not work out that way. So I'm coming to you live-ish from the mountains. So I hope you enjoy the change of pace as I am enjoying the change of pace. And yeah, let's see what's going on for Vedic Leos this month. So I've got the Two of Pentacles coming up as the first card out. I'm feeling kind of a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush kind of feeling from this, where you may be sort of deciding between two people or two courses of action, I guess. But it feels actually to me, this whole first row up here feels like you had decided to free yourself from a situation that you've been in maybe for a while. And then you heard something about the situation, and I feel like this may have happened in July and is affecting you coming into August. But then you heard something that was true, I feel, that was disappointing about the situation. And for some people this could be travel also. I just have to giggle because I was thinking of a friend of mine who was traveling with someone that was like, well, I don't know, this is kind of disappointing. This is not really working out for me. So this could be travel, and I think for other people it'll be a communication that you heard from this person or about this person that is true, but shows this person in a negative light. So I feel like you may have kind of had hopes to either maybe change your partner, change who you're with, jump from one into another, and then you kind of have let that go or backed off of that, or for some reason you've realized that it's not possible at this point. And even though you were like, I feel like it was kind of like, for some people it's like kind of like a buildup where you're like, oh wow, I hadn't really seen that person in this light before, or you've been getting like little signs about them over time, and then suddenly you were like, oh my gosh, no, I actually want to be with that person. But then there's something that is preventing you or blocking you, and which has been disappointing, and which seems like it's not going to be able to lead forward into a relationship with this person. But I feel like that's actually timely. That's actually working out eventually for everyone's benefit. Whatever this communication was, I think, had to come into the picture. Because it feels like you may need to stay put for a while. The situation that you are in, even though you may be disappointed in it or maybe looking for a way out, it seems like, or maybe your partner was looking for a way out and kind of unbeknownst to you, but you felt like something was kind of off. I feel like you'll get that person back this month, and you can kind of begin to heal what has felt sort of off. So yeah, I feel like there's a renewal of feeling for those that were trying to leave a relationship for a new relationship, and that didn't work out. I feel like there's a renewal of feeling in the old relationship, and a realization that you do need to be there and that you need to figure out a new path forward. If you're not happy, if things are not really working out for you, if you feel like you're at cross purposes with someone, you need to dig in and find a new path forward for the both of you. Because I do feel like that's possible this month to make some strides in that. And I feel like you maybe, especially if you're the male figure here, maybe feeling guilty about having been thinking about leaving this person, or maybe this could be about somebody in the past. We do have Venus stationing and going retrograde, that you are wanting to make it up because I think in part you're feeling guilty if you're a man here. And I feel like the woman in this situation, the Leo woman here, sort of like doesn't have any idea, or she may, but I feel like she's more sort of in the clear as like, well, I'm just doing my thing over here trying to make this relationship work, and I feel like it's more that secrets are being kept from her. So I feel like whichever position you occupy in that, I do feel like there's healing that can happen this month, but it may be you may be getting offers of love that are fueled by guilt. you know. And I think you may have a sense of this if this is happening to you. Just from this person's demeanor, the way they've been acting, the way they've been kind of shut off, you know. Just not really sharing with you, maybe looking at you more critically, you know. So, yeah. But I feel like if that's the case, if you do have an inkling that this is going on, it feels like to me like you should kind of keep your mouth shut and just let it renew your relationship, you know, allow that renewal to happen. Because I think that there's more to come in the future for you, and it feels like you can kind of get back on track with the flow, and that this sense of guilt is actually going to work in your favor. It's actually going to enhance the relationship for you. So if you can, just look on the bright side of it, of what you're getting out of it, that like, you know, that it's actually helping to kind of bring things together, patch things up, that this person had a dalliance or had just for a lot of people it feels like sort of like just the idea of a dalliance, you know, but it's going to help to set their course more properly. They may have been broken up with too. Or somebody may have refused their offer or something, and that's why they're coming back to you all lovey. But, you know, let that go if you can. For a lot of people, I feel like it didn't get to that stage. It's just that they're sort of like had a crush on someone or something, and then once they saw a little bit more of like who that person really was, and it may not even be exactly who that person really was, but I feel like they heard something or saw that person in a different light that made them like, whoa, that's not what I am looking for, you know. So yeah, I feel like yeah, again, it feels like there's positivity coming from negativity. So, like, if you've been disappointed, if someone's been withholding or whatever, and that's because they've been nursing some other dream of their own, you know. And I feel like that dream is failing for them this month, and that's actually going to help make you happy. Yeah, so if this is your partner, I feel like they're kind of coming back to you. Let's see how else this could be working. Yeah, so for other people, it may be that you've kind of freed yourself from a situation that you've been needing to free yourself from for a while. And now you're kind of looking around to see like, well, what should I do now? What else do I do? And you may be trying to clear this out, especially if this is a relationship that you've gotten out of. You may be writing back and forth, or just somehow trying to communicate about this relationship that's ended in a way that keeps it from coming back around again. You know, so I feel like you're like, you know what, I'm not going to let you back, you know. And I feel like that's disappointing to someone else who has been seeing you as their next phase, their next step, what's coming up for them. They're the light at the end of their tunnel, you know. But I feel like for you, if that doesn't feel right anymore, you're going to tell them so, and tell them in a way that's very clear. Because I feel like you'll be getting guidance about it from sort of your higher self, to kind of help you to communicate in a way that's going to really end this, really cut this off. And I feel like that's really positive, because in resisting any temptation to go back to this is going to free you up for your next thing, your next relationship, I feel, which I feel like is going to be very connected. But it's like you have to go through this heartbreak in order to get to that. And I feel like there's still more healing to be done from this, even when you're not talking to this person anymore, just from having, because I'm getting a strong sense of like a triangle. There's a lot about triangles here. So I feel like there's still healing to be done from the triangle as you move forward. And I think it's coming in the form of fear, honestly. Fearing that you'll be caught in a triangle and not know it or something. But yeah, this is a good time to kind of go on like an interior journey and kind of set your course for what you want next. Sorry, I keep forgetting my screen is trying to like, you know, be in energy saving mode. Yeah, so I feel like there's a lot of renewal for you. If you're getting out of something and trying not to go back to it, and I feel like there's a lot of renewal for you and kind of working through the issues at play from all perspectives in this old situation. And I feel like that's going to help you set your course in a way that's going to help you get what you want and not be burdened by this in the future. Because I think I see somebody coming in for you pretty quickly, and somebody that you're going to meet through your social life. Maybe around October, which I know is not super quickly, but I am getting kind of an October hit from this. So this may be two different things, where somebody from your past is trying to come back in, and this may be somebody who was part of your social scene, but who things ended unsatisfyingly with. Which may have led to a breakdown of other relationships. So it feels like that person is coming in possibly for like more of like just a fun time, just like a fling. But it also feels like there's something that's more satisfying that is kind of in the works right now, that's kind of cooking and is not quite ready to come in for you yet. So I feel like you kind of have to do the work of figuring out, you have to do the internal work in order to get to the good thing that's waiting to open up for you. That may sort of start, it's gestating is what it's doing. So. But again, I think there's flirtations for you if you're out and about, and just, I don't think you're going to be like feeling super sad about the loss of any relationship. If you're in a relationship, I feel like there's renewal within that relationship. And if you are, if you've recently left a relationship, I feel like it's good for you to both do the introspection and also get out and mix it up a little bit. Because I think that you'll meet fun people, and I think it'll just take your mind off the situation and allow you to have that balance of thinking about it but not getting lost in it. So yeah, so that's what I see for Vedic Leo for August 2015. And I hope that's helpful. If you'd like to get in touch for a personal reading, my email address is theivyleagueastrologer@gmail.com, and my link for scheduling is down below. Please note that all times on my scheduling site are in Pacific Daylight Time, Pacific Standard Time, and that all the directions for like how to pay me and what the sessions are and, you know, like what information I need from you will come in the email receipt from Schedulicity after you book an appointment. So that's all my stuff. Okay, thank you and have a good month. Bye.